live from Kennedy Gymnasium at Brentwood Academy. It's time for Brentwood Academy basketball as the Pope Prep or JP2 Knights, whichever you prefer, have traveled down I-65 to take on the Brentwood Academy Eagles. This is Chris Woodley alongside Scott Holmes and Jeff Wilson and Turbo Sports to bring you tonight's broadcast. Scott, we're used to a certain starting five for BA. We had an idea what the starting five for JP2 would look like, and well, we're wrong all over the place. Pullman trying to get a steal, can't get it, but what can you bring us on that front tonight?
Yeah, a little early breaking news is number 2, Trey Pearson, the freshman, scores that layup. Pope Prep doesn't have 3 of their starters that are out tonight. They're in street clothes. Their last game was against CPA, so they have decided that those 3 starters won't be in the lineup tonight. End of the game was a little chippy, let's just say. We heard that from a lot of people against CPA. So tonight they've decided to sit those 3 starters. So Pope Prep coming in a little short-handed. And then Brentwood Academy, Isaiah Kane, the senior, getting the start. And a lot of people asking, was Jason Nixon injured or whatever? So in Jason, we got to interview him during the second quarter of the girls' game, and Isaiah Kane, and Jason didn't even want this said, but we're going to say it anyways. Isaiah, is Trey Pearson, the freshman, is all over. By the way, Trey Pearson, Coach Blackson told us, I wanted to say this, will play Division I basketball wherever he wants. He said he will be that good, and he said he is really good right now as Kane gets the foul. So Isaiah Kane, football player, is having shoulder surgery on Thursday. Jason Nixon this morning came to Coach Blackson and said, hey, Coach, I'd like for him to start in my place.
Wow.
So tells you a ton about Jason. It also tells you, when you heard Jason being interviewed, how close this team is, having 9 seniors, and for guys to do that is really impressive.
Well, it is impressive, and, you know, they didn't want us to mention it because
right.
he didn't want to draw
he didn't
attention
want the attention
to himself,
yeah.
But, you know, it would leave a lot of people speculating as to why he didn't get the start and all that stuff, and we just wanted to put an end to that. So Brentwood Academy, A-Holt with a little bit of a shove underneath, gets away with it. And we're going to get a jump ball as the Eagles trail 4-0 here early. And McIntyre and Nixon set to check in for the Eagles.
Chris, and probably to nobody's surprise, when 3 starters aren't playing and 3 other guys get the call, they are going to get after it. And they have right here this first 2 minutes, playing very aggressive. Pope Prep.
Tanner working, driving, good, and the foul.
Playing very aggressive, Pope Prep. Jerron Talley, number 3, also a freshman. So Pope Prep with the changes in the lineup, starting 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior.
Well, if you're a visitor, you couldn't ask for much more in these first 2 minutes. And they lead 4-2. Brentwood Academy not untracked yet. Nice pass inside. There's big Lincoln A-Holt. Forces the pass back outside. Brentwood Academy extended pressure with that man-to-man defense. Trying to turn the ball over from the youngsters.
Blaine Borum, number 21 for Pope Prep. Coach Blackson said is one of those guys that's just a knockdown shooter. You can't give him any room.
There's an offensive rebound. No good. Tanner gets it, and the Eagles with a chance to tie or take the lead. Tanner had it knocked away. Well, nice job by McIntyre to get back and partially block that.
I would say they're letting them play on both ends, wouldn't you?
It's a physical game so far.
It is so far. I like it, though.
30-second timeout by the Eagles. Will take it with them. Only 2 points here early. Tough defense by the Knights. Tanner with a move. Ty Tanner of Brentwood Academy with the and one opportunity.
Newsflash. He's good.
So Tanner has all 4 points, a chance to get all 5. Tanner, a junior, you're talking about Pearson, the freshman for JP2. Could be fun to kind of watch those two go. And I remember when Tanner was a freshman playing. McIntyre battling, almost gets the steal. And I think you're right, Scott, they're letting them play.
They are. I mean, both ways. Academy applying some full court pressure.
Well, you got a short-handed team. That makes sense, right? And
there you go. It's only going to benefit.
Trying to push it in there quick, but Pearson retreats and gets a handle on it and knocks it out of bounds. They've been running that inbounds play for a while, it feels like, and Tanner walked. Pearson with some pressure from behind.
Yeah.
Tanner traveled. Nearly halfway through the first quarter. This can't be another inch.
Just heard from a Division I football coach. He said this game's more physical than some of the games he had this year.
That's not good. Coleman races down the court, gets it to go, and BA has their first lead at 6-4. Coleman, almost a chance of another steal, but the pressure forces the turnover, and Eagles will have it.
Well, and this is something we've seen in the past, a couple years past. Brentwood Academy applying full court pressure, and you can already tell right now, 2 or 3 possessions, Pope Prep struggling to get the ball across half court.
Brentwood Academy with 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore on the team. Moss takes it all the way in, scores, and it's 8-4. So Brentwood Academy with an 8-0 run to double up the Knights. Ball's deflected, long arms of McIntyre. He just rocks one and crams it. 10-4. Timeout, Knights. So Brentwood Academy with a 10-4 lead following the McIntyre dunk. And the press has been working. And
My
it works
goodness.
Again.
I mean.
And McIntyre crams it again.
It's getting too easy. It's like he's playing on a Nerf hoop, by the way. They have turned the ball over 5 times in a row. You're sitting there going.
Scott, this Brentwood Academy press has been lethal. Now, I know JP2 is short a few players, but
this is the way.
A lot of fans would like to see more of that.
You try to bring it up against, especially the 5 out here. Number one, George McIntyre likes it. It looks like he's playing on a 7-foot Nerf hoop, the way he just easily dunks it.
Nice pass inside. McIntyre finds the corner shot. Good. Tanner. McIntyre with the assist. And the Knights are struggling. 15 straight for the Eagles. Ball goes out of bounds off McIntyre.
That's a win for Pope Prep. They got it up to the C in Academy.
I mean, that's you're not wrong.
I mean,
so Dean going to operate the offense in the front court for a change. He's driving on Nixon. Shot up no good. They'll get Nixon on the hold. So Dean will go to the line, trying to stop this 15-0 run.
Or Pearson. That's Trey Pearson.
Pearson.
That's right.
I'll get it right. He's too good to get it wrong.
You've been here a while. You got your catered dinner.
He's too good to get it wrong.
You got your dinner. You got your own intern.
Well, I did. It's nice that the real silverware and everything. It's a nice touch.
Got your own VIP parking spot. Everything.
Yeah. On my driver.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
I think it's Scott that's got the intern, doesn't he? Yeah. I specifically remember being asked for a Sprite and some M&M's.
That's true. That's true.
That's true, and I wasn't sure that was matching up with his New Year's resolution, but we did it anyway. 15-5, Eagles by 10. There goes that man. Misses that one. Pearson with the driving layup, not good this time. Coleman quickly down court. Nice dish. McIntyre for three. Give it to him. They hold a little touch pass out of the corner. That's beautiful.
So McIntyre from a foot, McIntyre from 20. Either way, making it look easy.
Nixon with a charge call.
You know, we were talking about it earlier. We were talking to him. Jason Nixon taking charges, whatever, does all the little things that don't show up. Coach Maggart talked about that.
Well, every team needs those kind of players, smart, heady players that can score, play defense, and get after it.
Coaches love that, guys, and teammates love that.
That's right. Nixon misses on that jumper. Here comes Moss. He's going to get Lincoln Aholt. A-H-O-L-T. Scott, I've been real impressed with Lincoln Aholt.
Yeah.
He's given him a real inside presence that I wasn't sure they'd have. And right there, he knocks the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Aholt's done a good job. Obviously, right now, you're seeing a lot of this kind of, I almost want to call it a 5-guard forward lineup with McIntyre, Tanner, Nixon, Pullman, and Moss.
Actually, was that McIntyre that
knocked
the ball away? Yeah, I'm on a roll. So the basket goes inside, 18-7. McIntyre twisting, turning down the lane, misses. What a move. .10 left here in the first quarter. Eagles by 11. Shot up, no good. There's Tanner. Man, he can get off the floor.
Oh,
Lob to McIntyre, didn't work out.
Coach Black's looking at Ty Tanner. Look at him like he's got a third eye. He's like, what are you doing?
That duo comes out. I knew I was wrong when I looked at the scores table and saw Lincoln Aholt down there. Eagles continue to pressure the Knights. There goes Pearson. Broke it by himself, but he's in jail. Moss steals it from him. Quick flip over to Pullman. He scores and is fouled. Pullman with a tough shot, and Moss with a great pass.
You can see right here, Moss drew the defense in. Pullman gets fouled. Does a great job keeping it away from the defender and taking it up.
Jack West also into the game for the Eagles. Pullman misses the free one, but it goes out of bounds off Moss. 20-7, 41 seconds left. Kane back in. Pullman comes out. Ball's deflected and almost stolen, but it is going to go out of bounds. Turnover, Knights.
Chris, that's 7 turnovers against this press at least, right, Jeff?
First quarter.
I mean, at least.
So Eagles look like they want to hold for the last one. 2-3 zone by the Knights now. There goes Nixon in the middle of the paint, but dishes back out. And they aren't going to hold for one. Shot up, no good. Moss gets his own rebound. There's Nixon. Plenty of time left. Long two. Oh, we're at home. That should go in. Moss with a putback. 22-7. Nice offensive rebound by Moss. They're going to get Kane for a hold. 4.8 seconds left.
The foul zone is Kane. That's the second.
So Pope Prep out of the gates quick with a 4-0 lead. Made it stand for just a little over 4 minutes to go. But the Eagles have come storming back. Boy, that's a long one. It almost went. Jack West with a rebound. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Brentwood Academy 22, JP2 7. Second quarter underway. Turnover Knights. Common theme here in this first half. And Brentwood Academy leading 22-7. 2-3 zones going forward by the short-handed Knights. Tanner gets it from Lincoln A-hole. Big man moves and scores. Nice turnaround jumper. 24-7. Eagles big. Early in the second quarter.
That play created right there because Ty Tanner's knocked down a three-pointer, and Lincoln Aholt was able to literally do a great job, seal and post, and be able to get that as our interns getting Rhonda Brown all set up. So our engineering.
Moss misses, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Brentwood Academy head girls women's basketball coach Rhonda Brown has joined us up in our luxurious press booth.
She got done with post-game media.
And we're excited to have her after a big win by her team earlier before this game. Coach Brown, how you feeling tonight after that big win?
I'm feeling pretty good. We just had a baby shower for one of our coaches, so I'm full, and we won, and we're watching looks like a beat down here too.
Life doesn't get much better.
I thought we were doing breaking news. You said one of our coaches. I didn't know if that was you or, if Millie's listening, she just got nervous.
It's Clay's wife,
Okay.
Addie, actually.
Okay, good. I'm glad you clarified that. Earlier, we broke some news that Jeff's mom's chiropractor knew that Brentwood Academy was hiring a football coach this week. So you just never know. Yeah. So we like to.
Breaking news. I like this.
Yeah, you just got to figure out what's true and what's not. So, hey, Coach, talk a little bit about this year's team. Obviously, from November, nobody likes their team in November, right? And so, but kind of where you get to, and here lately, you guys had a big win against CPA in double overtime, starting to kind of find your groove a little bit. But talk a little bit about this year's team, kind of where you started and where you are now.
Well, we're kind of the cardiac kids, actually. I'm getting a little too old for all the double overtime wins. At least we're winning them. I guess that's
true.
That's a good news.
Yep.
We have a this team's kind of weird. I mean, you think after all the years I've done this that I kind of have a feel, but I do have a feel. I just had a lot that played other sports, and so we really haven't had the same kids. Even tonight I had another kid out playing volleyball. So It's just one of those things where it's hard to get that continuity. We've had some injuries. We've had some kids that have been in and out for various reasons, and it's just taken us. I've also got Elena, who's 13, and she's really young.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of the schools that we play against, they have the same team, middle school, high school, and ours is not. This is a new group, so it's just taken us a longer time to gel.
Well, you mentioned your 8th grader. First of all, Jeff came in from the middle school girls game at FRA where they lost a nail biter and said it sure would have been nice to have her.
He blamed it on you. Yeah, not having the 8th grader.
Yeah, we're excited about that group. There's some we definitely do have their post in the middle, but she's getting better.
We'll talk about that a little bit too. Being a high school coach, that's kind of the whole program for you, right? Whether it's 6th grade, middle school. I mean, you're very involved in going to watch them and trying to know what the future holds, so you don't have to get volleyball players to come out a little bit, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah, they're a good group. You know, it's just we play at the same time, so
right.
I have to watch them on film actually right now. But yeah, they've got a good group that's working hard. I think they could use Elena in the middle, but Elena probably needed to help us, and
yeah.
I think we needed her.
Yeah.
I think playing at post in the middle school is hard because she actually doesn't get a lot of calls. And I just want to be like, she's 13, okay?
Right.
But she looks like a man-child sometimes, and so they hold that against her. But she still is young. But it's been good for her to get in and I think play with people that are more talented,
right?
Instead of just being hack-a-shack, which everybody kind of gets onto her.
So we didn't have our stats in front of us. We were talking about this. Tell people, we were talking to Coach Butler earlier during the first quarter of your game. And I asked him if he ever went one-on-one with you when he was at Vanderbilt and you were at Vanderbilt. He said he knew he was smarter than that. So talk a little bit about your time at Vanderbilt. I mean, everybody knows it's been here and grown up here. You played on a lot of good teams, one that made it to the Final Four, right?
Yeah, the Final Four team of '93 is still the best women's basketball team they've ever had. We were 30-3. I think we had 2 losses to Tennessee, and the last one was the Texas Tech.
Oh, wow.
And that was Cheryl Swoops, so
wow.
Not much I could do about that.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah.
So you graduate from Vanderbilt, played in the WNBA, correct?
Yep.
So talk a little bit about that for people. You know, we told some people that earlier, and like, I didn't know that. And I was like, well, she doesn't wear a jersey around, so like Chris does. But talk a little bit about your experience in that league and just some of the things you learned. And it's not easy. We know that.
Well, I graduated in '95 and then stayed and did my master's in nursing in '96. And at the time, there wasn't a pro league, and I didn't want to go overseas. And so when the WNBA started back in '97, I'd just gotten married and was like, well, we might as well try this. And so I ended up playing in New York, which was one of the franchise cities, and it was one of the premier cities. So we were in the inaugural game. We were in the inaugural championship.
Wow.
You know, everything in New York's bigger and better. It was an absolute blast. I don't think we would have all played for free.
Right.
It's really been interesting to see how it's grown, and they're very into social, stuff, and they promote things. I mean, you don't have to agree with all of them, but they do. They rally, and I think stand for a lot more than just basketball. But I just appreciate the time that I got to be at the start of that, and there's so many pioneers in women's basketball that I got to be around and play with, play against. It's just really special. I've watched a lot of the 30 for 30s, and again, I was in there on the first game, so you see yourself, and at the time you had no idea that you're making history.
Yeah.
You know, it's like playing in the first game of the NBA. Nobody can even fathom that because everybody's dead, right? It's so long ago, but this was only since '97, so it's been pretty cool.
We'll talk about this year's league, the region play, and the teams that are in it, kind of challenges you're facing to get back to another state championship game or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a bit. The last couple of years, I think Innsworth was just so much better with all the Power 5 kids they had. And this year, it's just a lot of parity. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Harpeth Hall beats Innsworth. I think Harpeth Hall's good.
Yeah.
They didn't lose anybody from last year. There's just a lot of parity. On any given night, as you've seen, we can beat CPA, we can lose the CPA. I think Lipscomb almost beat Innsworth the other night. They lost by 2.
Wow.
The coaches have some young kids, but there's not the talent, like the power talent that we've had the last couple of years. So I think it gives some other people a chance.
Well, it's funny you say that because we saw in between, after your game ended on Twitter, CPA beat Lipscomb. which is, and yes, and then
where was it? Where was the game?
you
That's
can't
gonna
ask me
tell
questions
a lot.
like that live. I don't know.
think-
You
see,
should
I
know
think
that.
That makes a difference.
You should know that. You get paid the big bucks to know that. We're just here for a Sprite and M&Ms. So, and then we heard St. Cecilia only lost by 7 to Innsworth. So we don't know the whole story on that one either. I know.
I better go get that film.
So
We
a
play
lot
on
going on. But kind of, I mean, and I don't want to say because you'll know, how many years have you been coaching here at Brentwood Academy? What year is it? This is your 22nd?
22.
22 years. And you could probably do a Netflix documentary of a lot of things you've seen. So you can wait and do that when you retire. So, but think about, I mean, goodness, as you talked about it, think about some of the players not only you've coached against, and some of those have gone on to play in the WNBA. So I remember, you just played against and coached some really good players. I'm not going to make you name all of them because I don't want you to forget one, but there's still a lot playing right now. So some of them down the street.
Well, Krista Dangerfield was one of the best ones that we played against. She was at Blackman, and she just got traded from the Liberty. I think she's with the Sun now or something like that. Victoria Dunlap obviously played here, and she played for a couple years with the Mystics. She had some concussion issues, so she needed to play further than that. But there's, Bria Dowell's been playing overseas. I think Sydney Harvey's going to have a chance to play when she finishes at Belmont. She's playing her 18th year or whatever, COVID year. They all get to stay forever. But she's getting her master's, and it's paid for her, so she's actually pretty smart with that. We have been blessed. We've had a lot of, we've had some really just good high school players that bought into our system, and then we've had some elite athletes, the Tanisha Townsends. I mean, again, Sydney and Vic are probably my two best. But, Blair's over at Belmont, Maggie's out at Lehigh, Jazz is out at Georgetown. If she never get healthy. I mean, there's been some really, really good kids. We've got some young ones right now. Millie's playing. Trendy's getting ready to go play. Jayla's trying to get healthy. She's in Brooklyn. The best thing about them is just what the type of people they are.
Well, and we'll leave you with this. And you mentioned Millie, and we've gotten watch her. She's over at UNC Asheville. I know you love ESPN Plus, so you're able to watch some of them and rewind and go back and watch that. You have a son that's here as a freshman, is playing basketball, and also he's pretty good at golf, is what I would say. Chris wants to challenge him, so Chris is going to face off against him at Top Golf. So Chris thinks he can get him there. So how fun is that, though, as a parent right now, to just get to watch both your daughter play at the next level and then Blades as he continues to grow?
It's so fun. I just didn't think I'd be here that long, but it's been fun to be here and watch them grow up. I mean, I wouldn't give away a day that I got to spend with Millie for 5 years and coach her, and that's why it's hard. But I'm so proud of her. She's working hard. You got a son playing college basketball. It's hard.
It's hard.
It doesn't always go like you want it to go, and I think Blades is just scratching the surface. He's a worker. I mean, he loves it. It's fun. You guys do a great job too. I don't want to
Could you say that again?
Yeah,
Chris couldn't hear you.
I love to listen to you on the football broadcast. Sometimes it's really funny.
Sometimes.
I'm going to give you that. You have some really
Trust
funny
me, we have
ones.
wives that text us and listen, and every now and then they'll tell us okay, that's good. Enough dad jokes.
Yeah.
So,
You guys are awesome to do this for us.
Well, you're nice, so we enjoy it, and it's always nice, as Chris and I said, to do games for teams that win a lot.
That's
so
right. Yes.
We're big fans of that.
Makes
so
a
for
big
sure.
difference.
Well, thanks for
We're
joining
trying.
us. We know that Chris and I have been thinking about you and your family. I know there's a lot going on with Park, and there's not a better guy. One of my favorite memories of Park is being at Lipscomb for the state championship game one year, and I'm sitting probably 6, 7, 8 rows behind your bench, and I look up, and he is walking in the walk area.
Nervous.
Talking to nobody, getting mad at fouls. So you thought you were upset, and I was watching him, and there's not a nicer guy around. So I think I spent more time watching him than I did the game.
Yeah, well, he's fighting. I'll tell you that. He's tough. It's never fun, but we got a lot of support and encouragement, and we feel the prayers and just a lot of love. So we're so blessed.
Well, Coach Brown, thanks for joining us. We'll get back to the game. Obviously, our ratings just tripled, Chris.
That's right.
We had a celebrity, so I appreciate it. Thanks for coming up here.
Thank you, guys. Again, we appreciate all y'all do for us.
Good luck
Thank
the
you.
rest of the way. We'll be there.
You make it fun.
So Coach Rhonda Brown of the Brentwood Academy girls basketball program, 22nd year she's been here with a lot of success. There's a lot of several gold basketball trophies in the trophy case on her watch, and a couple of silver ones too. So we appreciate her coming on and sharing with us. Meanwhile, on the court, Lincoln Aholt tries to convert a three-point play, but not able to. Eagles with a 19-point lead. Scott, JP2 making a little bit of a run here while we were talking to Coach Brown and keeping it close. We saw Coach Blackson call a timeout so he could get a full substitution in because he didn't like what he was seeing.
Yeah, well, and we talked about it. This is one of those games. Pope Prep, obviously, they don't have 3 of their starters. Brentwood Academy kind of all of a sudden got on a roll early in the first. Part of it is, as a coach, you don't care who the other team has and who they don't have. So you want to get better at what you're doing, and that's why he was frustrated and put 5 new guys in. So he doesn't care what the other team's doing. You got to worry about you.
So Aholt gets his hands on a pass, and Brentwood Academy collects another Knights turnover. Boy, what a move by West, and pass to Aholt. They get a reach on the Knights as West. I think it was West driving. Yeah, West is going to go to the line. They'll have a 1+1 opportunity. McIntyre is going to check in for West. Following his free throw attempt. West drills the first one. The 20-point lead, 1:51 left here in the second quarter. Scott's researching all these scores. He kind of was upset when Coach Brown asked where one of the games was
I
played.
know.
He didn't know.
I don't have time to see that, so I just looked. That at halftime of the boys' game, Lipscomb and CPA are playing. They're playing at Lipscomb, so I was able to transfer that to Coach Brown so she knows that we're doing our job.
Yes.
And actually, Lipscomb CPA game, Lipscomb up 4 at the half, 27-23.
It's a nail biter.
Boy, you think there's some.
Nixon in a hurry, gets held. Nice foul, actually.
By the way, think about that basketball game. I went to that last year, just the quote-unquote rivalry, I'll say, in that basketball game. I watched people from both places about lose their mind. So it was interesting.
You were just an innocent
I was an innocent bystander, and I had to move. I'll just say that.
Nixon at the line. West canned both of his, and now Nixon gets the front end, and he'll get a second. McIntyre with a big first half, Scott. He may be in double figures. If not, he's close. Nixon with another free throw, and it's 41-18. Yep, there it is, 41-18. So Moss comes out, Pullman. Just a little over a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Eagles big, 41-18. The press is working. The Knights with several turnovers, and there's McIntyre. Is he going to dunk another one? Yes, sir.
3 dunks in 1 half. That's not bad.
Going for Scott Holmes.
Sounds like your career.
Record. Yeah. We got to travel and another turnover, and Pearson, a talented player, but a freshman, they're just not handling the press.
Chris, this game was like 4-4, and Brentwood Academy started pressing.
And now they're pushing 50 points at halftime.
Yeah.
So VA spreading them out a little bit here, Scott. One minute left. First half action here at Brentwood Academy. Coleman races down the lane. He's going to lay it up. Partially deflected, it looked like, as Coleman hit the deck. Maybe the ball and Pullman partially deflected. I'm not sure. Long three, no good. McIntyre was there. There's Lincoln Aholt on the floor. It's a scrum, and we're going to have a timeout. So, Scott, 37 seconds left. Are we going to take the timeout with them?
We will.
Or are we staying here? We're going to take it with them. We'll be back in just a minute. 37 seconds left here in the first half. Brentwood Academy with a commanding 43-18 lead, and will, in all likelihood, go for the last shot.
Chris, that was a smart timeout by George McIntyre. Lincoln Aholt fighting for the ball. Once you saw he had control of it for the Pope Prep guy, you saw George run up to the official and call timeout, so they get this extra possession.
So what you're trying to say is not only does he make heady plays in football, he does in basketball as well. And if that's what you're saying, I agree.
Yes.
There goes Tanner, and he crams it. Tanner straight down the lane and flushes it. Pearson's going to take it. It didn't count if it goes, but it doesn't go. Your score at halftime, Brentwood Academy 45, Pope Prep 18. Back for the second half in about 15 minutes.
This year's cheerleaders: Kaylee Benson, Elise Kazayu, Tate Cho, M.D. Lee, Claire Osler, Ella Turner, Emery Varn, Haley Warren, Anna Grace Wooten, and Jordan Worth. Under the coaching direction of Coach Lori White and Coach Amy Galiner, once again, please make welcome your basketball cheerleaders. Here your unofficial score.
Time to get on up. There ain't nothing you can do about what happened, but there is something you can do about today. Yeah. I know you're feeling caught up in your situation. Your blood and sweat got you feeling some type of way. Just don't forget everything got done. Just don't forget everything you've done. Please remember all your blessings up on you. Yeah. Just do it, come on. Don't give up yet. Just a little longer. Soon we'll be going on our way. Oh yeah.
We're moving on from yesterday. We're gonna throw the towel. So don't move your body.
So get up on your feet and make your move. Feel the groove. Nobody can do it like you.
We're moving on from yesterday. We're gonna throw the fear away. So don't move your body.
So get up on your feet and make your move. Feel the groove. And everybody sing it out now.
We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday.
But until then we gon' shoot for the moon now.
We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday. We are gonna get there someday.
But until then
within the normal school day and just send kids basically all around the city and the world to learn new skills, have new adventures, just new experiences that they've never encountered before.
We have a wide variety of winter courses. We have all the way from free and local courses to big trips. And so we try to offer a good variety to satisfy all the different interests and budgets as well.
One of the goals of the program is small group interaction of students with a faculty member, where a faculty member is sharing their passion of something that they've learned over the years, or together they are experiencing a new passion and learning something new together.
As a language teacher, Winterim has been instrumental for me to be able to take students abroad into the countries that we study and learn about in the classroom. It's one thing to talk about flamenco dancing in the classroom and just watch a video, but it's another thing to take students to Spain and let them experience a flamenco show in a gypsy cave. And those are memories that hopefully will last a lifetime.
Winterim is important because it gets us to give an educational component outside of the halls of Brentwood Academy.
Students are learning, but at the same time relationships are being built. And I think those relationships are being built because they are outside the typical traditional classroom. They are spending extended time together in a different environment.
They're breaking bread together. They're just spending quality time learning a new skill together, and there's a bonding that takes place in those hours that you can't beat. One of the things we love to hear is from our alumni who years later we hear the stories of how Winterim has impacted choices that they've made and passions that they've developed in their lives. And it feels so good to know that we planted a seed.
Alumni tell us all the time that their Winterim trips and their Winterim courses are some of the best memories that they have from high school.
I am Alyssa Hall, Brentwood Academy's school counselor, and I am excited to introduce you to a new member of my team. We are getting a facility dog here at BA. His name is Winston. He is wonderful. He has been trained for a long time to be a service animal and had a little bit of a career change. So now he is a facility dog, and he has been trained in the last few weeks of his training to serve the BA community. We are so excited to have him on board and getting to support our students and our faculty here at BA. So now it's time to meet Winston.
Parents, teachers, coach, or friends.
He's just gonna come around and greet y'all, okay? That was a pretty good. We're gonna do knuckles, okay? Can you do knuckles? Knuckle? Okay, here you go. Knuckle. Here's another one. Knuckle. 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 Good job, baby. Push this. Good. Push this. Good. That's good. Good boy.
Oh, you can bother me.
Here, Winston.
Buddy.
Look.
Look what I got. Go get it.
I did this for like 45 minutes the other day.
Bring it here.
Can you give a hug?
Come on, get up here.
Can you give a hug? All the way down. All the way down. That's a good hug.
Oh my goodness, that's
Every day.
That's a good hug. Good boy, Winston. Look, pick the trash up. Put it in the trash can. Good boy. Good boy. Boy, give her a high five. It's just me. Oh, thank you. Sit. Sit. Wave goodbye. Yeah.
Second half underway here at Kennedy Gymnasium at Brentwood Academy. Eagles with a 45-18 lead on JP2 or Pope Prep, the Knights.
Whatever mood you're in, right?
Yeah. Shot up by Nixon, good. It's a 3. Jason Nixon, our guest during the girls' game, and a great interview and a great young man, and he just knocks in another 3 for the Eagles.
Well, we talked about it, and you see this start the second half. Nixon did not start the game because Isaiah Kane right there, you see number 3, is having shoulder surgery Thursday. Last game he'll ever get to play as a senior, so Jason told Coach Blackson, I'd like for him to start in my spot. Well, you see one of Jason's best friends said, hey, Coach, Dre Moss said, I want Isaiah to start in my spot to start the second half. This shows a lot about the character of the team.
Absolutely.
So we've got a
nice
Jeff Wilson
pass.
was able to talk to really the entire coaching staff. I saw him down there with the entire coaching staff.
One by one or all at once?
It's kind of a group talk a little bit. So Jeff, what did the boys coaching staff tell you about the first half and what they're looking to get out of the second half?
Well, I was talking to the boys coaching staff while you were talking to the Belmont coaching staff.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I need to ask you a little bit.
I told him I got 1 year.
You may have a little bit more info than I do. And the interesting thing to me about I ran into Coach Blackson during halftime, and I kind of had a little flashback. When you used to see Tiger Woods play golf,
oh my goodness,
you used to see him between the 9th and the 10th hole, get him a snack, get some water, get him a sandwich all hydrated. Well, ran into Coach Blackson, who was eating orange.
Oh wow!
So he's fueling up, making sure he's prepared for the second half. I think you'll probably see him try to call off the hounds a little bit as far as the press is concerned, but maybe get a little extra playing time for some of the guys that don't get in the game very much. So look for that here coming up shortly.
All right, Jeff, thank you for that insight. Eagles 50-22 here. Scott, we've enjoyed seeing the press. Nixon for 3 again. Give it to him.
The guy is shooting over 50% from three-point range. Look that up real quick. Your favorite college player or pro player. See how many of them are shooting over 50%. He shot at least 75 threes this year. He hadn't shot 7, and he's not, 4 for 7.
Right.
I mean, that's unheard of. I know your boy Pistol Pete may have done it, Chris, but
there was no three-point line.
There you go. I was seeing if you were paying attention. That was good. That was really good.
Got it going on tonight.
Scott, like I said, I did see you talking to the Belmont coaching staff. Casey Alexander in the house, BA alum, current head men's basketball coach, and then his assistant coach, his brother, Buddy Alexander, sitting next to him.
His Uber driver.
Yeah,
so,
what kind of insight did you get on the Belmont program?
It was good. Well, I'll be honest, Casey graduated here in 1990, so I told Buddy, and he finished here in 84. That 84 class thinks they're pretty phenomenal. He was there with himself, Mike McIntyre, a bunch of them. I think they went maybe 4-17 their senior year, but they were 17-4 now. But Casey finished here in 1990. You want to talk about a heck of a college point guard, Casey Alexander, and he has done, no matter where he's been, whether it was started his head coaching career at Stetson, then went to Lipscomb for 6 years, and now at Belmont in the Valley. If you are in town and you want to go see good basketball, I'm sorry some people about to get their feelings hurt. The best basketball in town to watch a college game is that curve. Ooh, McIntyre almost, he doesn't know what happened there. Go watch a game. Go watch Belmont play in the Valley. Number one, the conference is unbelievable. So, but that's a high level. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to get phone calls, Chris, to coach an even higher level.
It's a good, like you said, great basketball conference.
Yep, great basketball conference. They play Drake at home this Sunday at 2 o'clock, and it's actually on ESPN2. The Deuce, not ESPN2, but ESPN2.
Oh, they get mixed up.
I know.
Drake the singer?
Oh, my. Nixon, heat check. Guess what?
Shooter.
He's still
Shooter.
hot.
They didn't have him on the scouting report since he didn't start. So
58-28, it's an even 30-point lead. 15-footer from the baseline, no good. There's McIntyre. It's Holman up ahead. What a shot and the foul. Holman's made a couple of tough takes to the basket with contact, Scott.
Great job by Pullman. You can see McIntyre gets it out to Tanner. There was nothing they could do. Good job by Pullman.
You know, I always kind of think of Pullman as a three-point shooter, kind of an outside guy, but he's made a couple of tough baskets with contact tonight.
Ethan Pullman at the line.
All right, I did forget. I should give that 84 class credit. They went 53-2 in their high school career in football. So some people win 2 state championships in 15 months at certain schools. They get excited.
Let you get away with that.
No. So yeah. So they were unbelievable. I remember watching those teams. They were unbelievable. That 80s team, and now people get excited if you win at a lower level and go 12-0 or something. So it's a little bit different when you go to the adult table.
They're all good, but I don't recognize the 81 team. So 3 from the corner is good. The Knights carve into the lead. It's down to 30. Nixon takes it in. It's partially deflected and blocked. And here come the Knights. Cavan with the ball. Gets it down, a foul called. I think they're going to get Kane for a hold on the baseline. 3:05 left, third quarter.
Fouls on Isaiah Kane. That's his 4th.
AA region game in D2.
Drew Clemmer at the table, set to check in for the Eagles.
Kane gets a break. Clemmer in.
Number 21, Drew Clemmer.
Got a couple of basketball playing sisters, if I recall
That's
correctly.
true. Yep. Got an older sister and a
and
younger.
softball, too.
Yes, very good softball.
Sounds like a pretty athletic family. Nixon, why not?
Zip. Golly. Shooter. He's a shooter. Like.
So Nixon having fun tonight.
But it's what he does,
another
right?
one. Pearson, the phenomenal freshman from JP2, drills one. 64-34.
The Pope Prep coach, they were down 33, and he was asking why they didn't put that three-pointer up to make them down 30.
A-hole. Oh, goodness. Thought he might have turned his ankle, but he looks like he's all right. Back into him. Great position. Nice internal passing. Archie misses. Very unselfish play by the Eagles. West gets his hand in there and another turnover. Archie, oh, they're going to call a charge. That's a tough call. I saw what he did. It's still a tough call. I mean, he's like, I thought I got away with that. Come on.
JV game, you can get away with that move.
Well, it's the only way he's going to get to it. More substitutions.
Oh, leave the Nixon brothers in together.
Well, you got to see them play together.
You know?
I mean, why not?
Joey Nixon, Jason's brother.
And Buisson into the game. 3 short. The battling inside was number 5, Camden Days. And he puts it back in. It's 64-36. Archie says, why not me? In and out, no good. Halfway down and back out, Scott.
Good look by Archie.
Oh, my. Back cut, layup good, 64-38. Knights run it to perfection there as we hit the 1-minute mark in the third quarter. Shots up, no good. That's Buisson. Archie, reverse layup. High off the backboard, not good. 64-38. Pearson's going to be a handful for anybody to try to guard, but it was blocked. Long 3 is good. Cavan with the 3. Hope I'm saying that right.
Osby Cavan. It's almost like they put the C in his last name. Should have been Cosby.
Scott was double checking his roster. Thought I got it wrong.
No, you did good. I thought they left out a letter on his first name.
Archie for 3. This time,
finally,
it goes down for the senior. 8 seconds left. Long 3 by Cabin. Feeling it, but not this time. West gets the rebound, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Your score at the end of 3, Brentwood Academy 67, JP2 41. Fourth quarter underway here at Brentwood Academy. Eagles lead 67-41. Pearson with a long 3, no good. The JP2 with the offensive board. Joey Nixon with his hands full trying to guard Pearson. They're going to get
Hank Weber.
Big Hank Weber with a hold or shove. Well, he looks like a football player.
Yeah, I think.
Let's don't get used to saying Hank Weber with a hold, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Good point.
Let's call it a bump. So Joey Nixon gets the unenviable task of trying to guard Pearson. That's a lot to ask.
That is a lot to ask.
Long 3 is going to be short. And there's Pearson right on cue. Back up, no good. Archie fighting for the rebound with the freshman, and we got a jump ball. Possession, Eagles. So next boys game, we believe, Scott, is Tuesday, correct?
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday here at home versus their visitors down Granny White, Lipscomb Academy. Lipscomb Academy tied with CPA 31-31 in the end of the third right now. Sounds like another football score for those two teams.
Yeah. I think Coach Brown mentioned that the girls team will play Friday night at St. Cecilia.
That's right. Are you going over there to do that game?
I am not.
On the St. Cecilia Compassion Network?
I'm not. Oh, my goodness.
You can go to Dalt's beforehand?
Well, tempting.
St. Thomas Aquinas?
Tempting, yeah. Yep.
Stay tuned.
The Dominican campus.
The Dominican campus. Rest of the year for boys next Tuesday. They'll play here at home versus Lipscomb. Also next Friday, they'll play Father Ryan at home. Then they'll travel to Hendersonville that Saturday. So big week next week, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. They'll then head to Bellevue on Tuesday, February 7th to face off against Emsworth. Then senior night against their best friends from West End, NBA, on February 10th, a Friday night, senior night.
I think that one's going to be broadcast locally on My TV 30.
My TV 30, so yeah, we get fired again. We're out.
A lot to look forward to. Kane to the rack. Give it to him. The senior scores, and it's 69-45. Long 3 up, no good. Pope Prep doing a good job on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they are.
Lately.
Coach Blackson yelling to these guys
Not
to box
happy at
out,
that,
get a body on them.
Well, there's nothing more frustrating. Another long 3, this one off, and there's Archie. Archie corrals it and gets it under control. wants to run, didn't really have the numbers. Kane thought about a three. He said, I'm too quick. I'm taking it to the rack. Misses.
I think Kane's got the green light.
I do think he does have the green light.
He's not worried.
Pearson with another good drive and bucket for the Knights.
Trey Pearson.
I think I'm going to have to stand up for a minute. You don't mind, do you, Scott?
No, I don't mind at all.
Okay. Back is
You get some cushions over here.
me, yeah.
Need an NIL. Oh, Drew Clemmer.
Clemmer
Oh.
draws rain and then drops it through the bottom of the sack. 72-47. Pearson drives, looking for help. Finds it in the corner, but it's going to miss. Archie with another rebound. Gets it to Kane. Let's see if Kane can find a lane. So Brentwood Academy spreading it out and running the offense. Right, Scott?
Yep.
Although,
Got the green light.
yeah, I'm feeling another Kane shot coming up. Maybe they're running the play for it. Oh, nice pass to Weber. Big Weber powers it up and misses. Nice play. Quickly in the front court, he runs into a brick wall, Weber, and kind of bounced backwards and then missed the shot. In fairness, Day's just a sophomore.
That's his third.
He
Team 6.
doesn't quite have the bulk that Big Weber has. So the Knights have it under their own basket. Long three, boy, they have shot the threes. That one goes down. Davidson drops in a long one from the right wing. The 72-50. Scott, they've shot a lot of three-pointers.
They have shot a lot of threes.
Kane into the lane, over to Weber. Give him the assist. No, don't give him the assist. Weber not able to finish in traffic. I thought it was going down. Spoke too soon. And Pope Prep wants to run. It's short. There's a battle in the lane. We're going to call a jump ball before it gets violent.
Violent.
4:13 left.
Ty Thompson, number 32, checking in for the Knights.
Scott, what else we got?
Got nothing for you.
Jeff, let's throw it to
Jeff's
you.
got to have something.
Chris, actually, I do. You're a soccer guy.
Yes.
A little breaking news on the BA soccer front.
All right. What is it?
Senior Sydney Brooks over the weekend committed to Berry College down in Rome, Georgia.
Rome,
for
Georgia.
her.
So congratulations
Outstanding.
to Sydney
Big
and
congrats.
the Brooks family.
That is great news.
As
Good
she
for
will
her.
continue her soccer career.
Well, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for, Jeff.
Exactly, Jeff. That's why we pay
What
the
else you
big
got?
bucks. Yeah, what else you got, Jeff? Isaiah raising Kane. My goodness. It's like I should have been playing more, Coach.
And he's got a big smile on his face. He's having fun tonight on what we think is his last high school basketball game. Nice drive and scoop there. That's Cavan or Caven. So we're going with Cavan, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. But great drive by that young man. He's actually started the game, I think. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. Played well. Lead down to 19 here as we hit the 3-minute mark. Kane says, I want more. I'm going to dish it out to my boy Archie. Give it to him. So Kane gets the assist. Archie gets the triple. Archie with a lot of defensive rebounds this fourth quarter. Kane, he wants to take it. He gets fouled. So 2 shots coming for the senior. Scott, this is a pretty high-scoring game for the Eagles. I mean, kind of attribute a little bit of that to maybe some of that full-court pressure causing turnovers and fast breaks.
Yeah, for sure. So they got it into a style that they felt comfortable with. When the Eagles were running late first the whole second quarter, it's impressive.
45 points in the first half, and they look poised to at least break into the 80s here. So I guess after tonight, we mentioned it earlier, a week off before the next game. Maybe get some bumps and bruises healed and get healthy for that final stretch run of that last couple of weeks of regular season, and then, little reverse layup didn't go, and then the playoffs. Right now, Brentwood Academy undefeated in region play. Another three. I think it was
Look at Kane. That right there sums it up.
Clemmer's going to take it in, lay it up and in. Tough shot, Clemmer. Misses the three, but gets the tough one in the lane. 80-55. Goodness gracious. Scott, BA, again, should be the #1 seed, barring something I'm not aware of, or a losing streak here at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was talking to somebody today. And hold on a second, I think they're going to. It's all right. I was watching Coach Blackson, so I think he's going to substitute Isaiah Kane out here in just a second, which will be his final time to put on the uniform. Like we said, Isaiah having surgery on his shoulder Thursday. It was kind of neat to watch Jason Nixon give up his starting spot to let Isaiah
It's a great
start.
story. Great
yeah,
story.
It really is.
Love that attitude. Boy, your teammates love that, don't they?
Yeah, we'll be quiet here so you can hear Ronnie B.
Fouls on number 32, Ty Thompson. That's his third. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause? Number 3, Isaiah King. His last game as a Brentwood Academy basketball player. Congratulations, young man. Thank you for the way you've represented Brentwood Academy both on and off the court. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Isaiah King.
Well, you can see the love there.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Glad you did that, Scott, so we could listen to Ronnie B and hear all the applause for the senior. So his senior night comes a couple of weeks early. Foul called on the baseline. West trigger the inbounds pass. 1:32 left. Eagles up 80-55. Now the other thing we got to pull off is both Nixons on the court at some time.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I guess it won't happen tonight. Another driving shot by Clemmer. Gashing the Knights. Maybe at some point we will see those two on the floor at the same time.
That'd be neat. You know, we were getting back right before they get
you said
that.
You talked to somebody today.
Well, talking about the region, and it looks like Brentwood Academy obviously has a commanding lead, but I mean, depending on how the Lipscomb CPA game ends tonight with 4 minutes left to go, Lipscomb leads 43-42 over CPA, and Pope Prep calling timeout just to sub. So there's a chance CPA could finish second in the region. So there's a chance MBA could finish second in the region. So, I mean, I think
a lot of things can happen.
Yes, a whole lot can happen.
But Brentwood Academy looks to have a pretty good path to
they
the
do.
#1 seed.
Yep, so they do. And they'll have another region tournament. They did it last year, really, I think for the first time, right, Chris? So the middle region, and it kind of sets the seedings for the quarterfinals. So it will be very interesting. Jack West tries to put a trifecta in just to watch the rest of the year. Coach Blackson talking about Briarcrest has a good team out of the West, Knoxville Webb out of the East.
Webb came in here last year and nearly knocked off an undefeated Brentwood Academy team in the playoffs. They're very well coached.
Jack Davidson knocks down that three. Good shot by him. It looks like Brentwood Academy is going to hold it. Chris, Jeff, great job tonight. I'm proud of you guys, no matter what people say about you.
Gosh, really? That makes me feel so good, Scott. We're proud of you.
So proud.
Well, that'll do it from Brentwood Academy at Kennedy Gymnasium. Your final score, the Eagles 82, JP2, Pope Prep 58. Next game on ESPN a week from tonight on Tuesday night as the Eagles host the Mustangs from Lipscomb Academy. So for Chris Woodley, Scott Holmes, Jeff Wilson, and Turbo Sports, good night. Have a great rest of the week.
Camden Days 14, Will Smith 2, Osby Caven 11, Jack Valentine 2 for a total of 58. And for the Eagles, Malik Archie 6, Drake Moss 6, Jason Nixon 17, Isaiah Kane 5, George McIntyre 12, Tyler Tanner 16, Ethan Coleman 7, Jack West 2, Lincoln A-Hole 4, Drew Clemmer 7 for a total of 82. Once again, your final score, Brentwood Academy 82, Prep 58. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, students, players, and coaches of Brentwood Academy, thank you for attending tonight's game. Once again, your final score, Brentwood Academy 82, Prep 58. Good night, stay well, God bless you, be safe,